Welcome to another Lester's commentary. Now, I know last time I said the next commentary would be scripted and edited, and I plan to actually stick to that and wait. But I found a few videos in the past that slipped on my radar because I was waiting. But I found a video so bad, so rage inducing and so agonizing to watch that I can't let this slip by. I'm going to do a third one with the same problems as the previous because, well, I feel like this one definitely needs to be covered. And ironically, this video also kind of links itself to the last video I did, which was the whole representation problem with Fire Emblem, mainly Fire Emblem as a whole. Anyways, this guy's name is mewtwo-million. I only saw this channel today, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna revisit this channel, but after this. But, anyways, he made a video. He made a video revisiting all those trailers. He first did 64 through Smash 4 video, which I didn't watch, so I don't know how good it was. Then he made a Smash Ultimate version of this, looking at all the Smash Ultimate trailers, which I also didn't watch. So you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with anything? Well, now one of the newcomers in Ultimate in Fighter Pass 1, the final fighter of Fighter Pass 1, was byleth, a Fire Emblem character. Now, obviously they had a trailer. Now, the trailer was I guess, but, well, this guy didn't like byleth at all. And apparently he thought he needed his thoughts on byleth to be out there in the public so much, he decided this is the only trailer portion of any of his two trailer videos that he literally took out the 5-minute clip that was based on his byleth section. And, well, let's just say I watched it, didn't like it, and now I'm watching it again, only this time with you. And, well, I'm going to try to debunk any points that I see. I am not looking forward to rewatching this. This is agony. This is absolutely agonizing. But hopefully this is an okay video. Okay. So let me...
I have to talk about some stuff before we actually get into this. First of all, this is the character that they decide to end Fighter Pass 1 with. We don't know who it is, they're just like a mystery character, but then there's also stuff going on with the official DMC Twitter. So the Devil May Cry Twitter had a post, and it said, mark these dates on your calendar. And one of the dates was the same day that this Smash Bros. Direct was happening. So that got some people pretty hyped. Could this actually be Dante? Looking at what we already got with Fighter Pass 1, we got 4 third-party characters. It's just exciting. And then I saw this, and then immediately I moved my attention to something else. Nintendo really pulled that on us. They f***ed up. You guys want more Fire Emblem? I mean, we've already got 7 characters here. I mean, all we really needed was to bring over the 6 from Smash 4, and then that's it, call it quits. But no, let's make another one since we've already got their existing model, and we can just throw Roy's moves onto him. Okay, fine, but that's it, please.
Alright, I hate to be that guy, and I'm only cutting in because I at least want one point that isn't the point that's going to be dragged on, because this video really has only one basic point. But technically speaking, Chrom had most of Roy's moves, and also one Ike move. Yeah, I know it's petty, but should point it out. Don't worry, this is like the best point so far. There's a few other points that I kind of agree with, but the main point is absolutely dog trash, and we're gonna get to it, and I am not looking forward to it. Agony. Anyways.
Please, stop. Alright, look. Thanks for the bonus fighter and all, but that's all we need. No more. You guys want to pay for an 8th Fire Emblem character? You guys want to buy the full Fighter's Pass either right when it gets announced or, in the middle of it after seeing Banjo or Terry's reveal and thinking, yeah, overall this looks pretty cool. I might as well just get the full pass then. And then see this disappointment. With that in mind, byleth feels like a huge scam.
Yes, you heard that right. He's calling byleth a scam. Okay, let's go over why this is a bad point. Alright, so first of all, now you could argue where byleth was in the Fighter Pass was not a good place to put them. You can argue that. But calling them a scam's a little bit. First of all, you still get all the other 4 fighters of the Fighter Pass before byleth. In fact, you get to play them all before byleth. It's not like you have to wait until each one is revealed to play them all. You get to play the others. You got your money worth with those others. Sure, you'll have byleth, but guess what? The game's not forcing you to play it. The game's not holding a gun at you. You could literally never play byleth. And guess what? One of what an actual scam would be if they promised you 5 fighters and, gave you only 4. And then said, oh, sorry, Terry's the end of the line. From how this is sounding, it sounds like you'd rather that. Even though that's actually what a scam is. A scam is not giving you what you wanted. Now, sure, I guess you didn't want a Fire Emblem character, but you're still getting a 5th character. Just because you didn't like the character doesn't mean it's a scam. They're scamming you out of your money by giving you a 5th character you may not have wanted, but you're still getting what you paid for. You paid for 5 fighters, and you got 5 fighters. It's not like they promised, don't worry, there is not any first party. They didn't really tell us who was going to be in. We just assumed it was all third party because that's what the rest of the pass was. But they didn't exactly say what it was going to be. All they said is we're getting 5 fighters, basically. That's what we were promised. And guess what? We got what we were promised. This isn't a scam. This isn't a scam. What are you talking about? Like, huh? You don't like the character? Fine. You don't like the character. But this is not a scam. This is not a scam. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I guess the only good thing is it's short, but let's just get to the rest.
They're showing off all these cool characters, these third-party characters, brand new to Smash, bringing brand new worlds. And how do they end it? The last character that we get to see anything from, and by then, some people have already bought the full pass, whether, like I said, it was at the beginning when it could have been purchased, or like near the middle where you're like, okay, the majority of this looks cool. I think it's worth buying the full pass. And then ending it with a character that a lot of people ended up hating, that's a f***ing scam.
No. By your own admission, if the majority was something you liked, even if it ended bad, it's not a scam. Like, huh? This is the most entitled shit I've ever heard. Oh no. There was a character in this DLC that I didn't want to see DLC for. Oh god. I was stolen. They robbed me of some of my money. Because if I knew about this, I wouldn't have got the full fighter pass because there's a Fire Emblem character there. This is literally the most entitled shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, bar none. Like, calling this a scam because of that is not good at all. It's just, it's boggling my mind. How is this even a video? How is this even a point? How am I even making a video about someone calling a DLC fighter a scam basically because they didn't want it? Again, if the majority was good and someone said, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna buy that, even if it ended bad and they didn't want another Fire Emblem character, the majority was still good. They still got most of their money's worth. They were still promised 5 fighters. They got 5 fighters. They got them. Like, guys, you can argue that where the placement was bad. But overall, this isn't a scam. I can't believe I have to literally say this isn't a scam. I didn't think I'd ever hear these words uttered. But here we go. Here we are. Ugh.
They knew exactly what they were doing, and they did that just because they wanted money. They weren't going to get as many sales if this character was announced in the middle of the pack or at the beginning of the pack. So they saved them for the end when they thought, by now people have probably already bought the full pass, so that means that they've also already purchased this fighter that they wouldn't have purchased if it wasn't for them buying the full pass. F*** you, Nintendo.
First of all, this is some assumptions. Now, first of all, how do you know they did this because people wouldn't buy the pack regardless? First of all, this is discounting anyone who, first of all, likes the series. And not only that, but also discounting any completionists who want the full roster. And heck, discounting anyone who plays the game competitively and would probably need this character so they can learn more about this character so they can combat it or play the character. And again, you don't have to ever touch them ever. You don't. And plus, even if we are to assume you're right and Nintendo did this because they knew people wouldn't buy it, that no one would buy it and they wouldn't get a lot of sales for the Fire Pass because of it, which first of all, that's still kind of petty, but okay. Let's assume that's the reason, and that's why. That's kind of smart. I mean, you don't have to like it, but it's smart, and you still get a fighter. You still get a fighter, and there's, by the end of this, 89. I don't know how many there were before the Fighter Pass 2, but that's still over 60 characters. And byleth you don't like. Okay. And guess what? If you don't like Fire Emblem as a whole, that's only 8 of the 60 plus. You're still doing pretty good. I mean, like, you're still doing pretty good. Even if we do count the Fire Pass 1, that's only like 91 characters you still have if you discount every Fire Emblem character. So, yeah, this is absolutely dog trash. This point is not good. Just say you don't like the character, that will be fine. Now, we'll be skipping a few seconds of this video, since the next part is kind of just him riffing on the trailer, which, okay. And also one point about, yeah, kind of agreeing that the way the trailer is kind of edited is a little weird. So, just a second.
No idea how to make this trailer. Ah, yes, and the most confused remix of the entire game. Also, this weapon. What's the point of having a whip and a sword combined? They're two completely different weapons. A sword is an offensive weapon. A whip is a defensive weapon. What the are you doing? You want a whip because you want to keep your distance and keep your enemies away from you. You want that long range. But with a sword, you want to go in close and be on the offensive. You want to go up there, do some stabbing, do some slicing. So what the hell are you doing combining the two? I have no words. I have no emotions other than hate for this. And then this bitch coming in here. Oh, I see. Too many.
Okay, so... Okay, a lot to unpack here. First of all, that bar I cut off was basically him getting angry at the joke they already were poking fun at. But anyways, the main point here, first of all, he's acting like Fire Emblem created this weapon idea. Soul Calibur did. Now, you don't have to like it, but okay, let me just say that saying this weapon makes literally no sense and is kind of dumb is, well, kind of dumb in itself. I mean, you said the pros. You have a whip to, you know, keep your distance and keep people away from you. A sword, you go in close to hit people. But there are flaws to both weapons. If you're failing at keeping your distance away from your opponent's going to have the upper hand on you with the whip because, yeah, if you don't have anything else to back yourself up, you're in a world of hurt. If the person is going on the offensive on your ass constantly. But, yeah. And the sword's flaw is the opposite. Maybe the person you're fighting is good at range. Arrows, a whip, or literally anything else. You could say that. And then guess what? You're in trouble because you have to get close to them to hit them with your weapon. Because your sword doesn't have range. So wouldn't it make sense to have a weapon that gets rid of both flaws? Byleth Sword of the Creator, which is the name of the sword, by the way, literally kind of does that. It's a weapon that you can hit from close range. And it's also a weapon that you can hit from range as well. You can do both of these things, and it gets rid of the flaw of both because you're basically good at either range. Meaning the opponent has to keep guessing because they don't have an easy weak flaw to exploit exactly. Now, that at least makes sense. And also, this at least is giving them unique from the rest of the Fire Emblem cast. But apparently, not knowing about the fact that it would probably be better to have something that gets rid of your flaws apparently makes it completely useless. And completely nonsense and stuff. I don't know, this point just kind of made no sense. And again, Fire Emblem was not the first one that did this. Soul Calibur did with Ivy's sword. And again, it works very similar and basically has a similar effect to it. And both have, and again, it's just kind of pointless. Like, guess what? I'm pretty sure just because it doesn't make sense doesn't mean it's a bad weapon. Like, man.
Just decided, hey, let's try and make this character a little different by giving them a bow, a club, and a spear. You could have still had those same things done with the sword, okay, minus the bow, that's the only thing. But even then, you only use that for one move that you can't do without a sword, and that's the neutral special, the one where you actually use it as a bow. And I really just don't like the way this character plays. It really just doesn't click with me. Because like Corrin at first, I really just hated Corrin. I was like, are you kidding me? Then I played as Corrin, I was like, okay, Corrin is actually a lot of fun. And the whole dragon aspect to him, how he has a bunch of dragon moves. That was a lot of fun. Added something really cool to this character. You having a spear, club, and bow, that doesn't really solve anything. Same thing with the whip sword. That just confuses me more than it does anything good for your character. This part of the trailer...
Alright, well, first of all, guess what? You don't like the character. It didn't click with you. Good! You know, that's all you needed, really. Just say you don't like the character personally. Don't go over saying it's a scam. And it's not. And also, talk about how a sword makes no sense, even though, again, I already talked about the strategicness of it technically. And then complaining that the character uses more than just a sword. So I guess you literally do just say Fire Emblem as a series, I guess. Okay. And also, like, oh my. But, like, it's like, just because you're not a, but guess what? Your whole Corrin example of, you know, how you didn't like the character, but then it really clicked with you. Well, guess what? Guess what? If it really clicked with you, then why can't we assume that byleth has the same effect? Let's assume, again, most people bought the fighter pass with Joker or Banjo. Okay, let's assume that. And let's assume half the people didn't like it. There's going to be a good portion of that half that is going to have the same experience you had with Corrin. They didn't like the character at first, but they eventually start liking the character because of its moveset. You realize your whole Corrin example actually really shoots your main argument of this entire trailer in the damn foot. Like, I really hope some of you people who are watching this can understand the reason why this is absolutely dog trash, right? I hope I'm not just screaming at a void. Well, just a minute. We're almost done.
Where they used a mouse click for some reason. But why? It's just so dumb. I can't wrap my head around it because it keeps coming back to the whole idea that this was done deliberately to just scam people out of their money. My blood is actually boiling right now.
So how does the whole mouse clicking thing come down that this is scamming people out of their money, which I've already talked about how that's a dumb claim. And no, you're not being scammed of their damn money. Again, this is which you don't have to play the character. You still have 4 other characters, and heck, we got a second fire pass after this, which this video was made when that also completed. So let me guess. This entire byleth thing just is absolutely trash. Absolutely. Like, goddamn, I thought we were past this byleth hating train, but no, we're not. No, there's still some people who are apparently so mad that you gotta call it a scam, even though I don't remotely think of it as a scam. But okay. I guess because I'm a Fire Emblem fan, maybe I don't understand.
Because of this piece of shit. Oh yeah, the ugliest final smash in the entire game. But my god, going back to this trailer just brings me back to all that initial hate, and also brings up a bunch of new points and a lot of new hate. And it just makes me realize how bad of a decision this character was. I need to go away. I need to continue. I need to watch more trailers that distract from the fact that this piece of shit made it into the game.
Okay. And with that video done, we are finished my video. Final thoughts. Okay, the final thoughts of this video basically resound to this. This guy literally called byleth a scam and scammed people out of their money because it's not a good character. And some people didn't want to have a 8th Fire Emblem character. Okay, still the majority of the past was good, and heck, even if we talk about both, that's still one out of a whole bunch of them. Like, huh? Like, okay, sure, I guess. You don't like byleth? Okay. The whole clicking thing was okay. If that was literally what this video was, I wouldn't have a problem with. But there are a lot of problems with this video. Like, completely. I don't know what I'm going to say for constructive criticism, really. But, basically, think what you're going to say before you exactly say it. Like, think about it, really. Would a scam really be this, or would the scam be you're promised 5 fighters, but you were only given 4? Because that's what an actual scam would be, not you were promised 5 fighters, and one of them happened to be not a third party, but a first party of an overrepresented series that you don't like. Yeah, saying that out loud doesn't sound that smart, does it? So, just try not to do this again, and don't let your Fire Emblem hatred leak over to videos. It's absolutely not a good look. But hey, what do I know, right? Anyways, this has been the 3rd commentary of Lester Commentates. Or Lester Comms, I mean. So next time, I promise, will be when the 4th one will be scripted and edited. I promise. I just needed to get this off my chest. Bye.